Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing well today. Today we have an unboxing for you that I'm excited to do. I just got this in the other day, and I said I'd get it done for you all. And this is the first chance I've had the opportunity. As the post said, it's something new to me, it's something old, and it's something that's really excellent firearm, pistol, if you will. What we have here in front of us is the H&K heckler&koch, however you say it, HK45C, which is the compact variant of the original H&K 45 and the revised, updated version of the H&K USP. So this is how the box comes. You get the classic H&K box with the bold lettering, just, standard plastic box, nothing fancy. Obviously, this is the HK45C version 7, and this is the LEM variant, and I will go over that shortly. Let's open her up. Upon opening it, you'll notice it's a fairly simple, plain type case, just the egg crate style stuff. What you get in the box is obviously the pistol. You get 2 8-round magazines, your HK branded pistol lock, sticker, back strap. This one happens to be a medium. You get a little lockout tool, and you get about 4 or 5 O-rings, replacement O-rings, and I will go over that momentarily. Let's just set this stuff back in there because we don't need to go over that. The only thing that I'm going to say momentarily, this is not a striker fired pistol. It is a, well, it comes in many variants, double action, only, double single action. This is the LEM version. If you've never had a firearm like this, I'd strongly suggest you go through the entire manual. One thing about HK and their manuals is they are very informative, very detailed, and they will give you all the information that you need to know to properly, maintain and safely use your firearm, especially if you're not familiar with double action, single action, and all that. So this is obviously unloaded. It is brand new. You get your 2 8-round steel mags. Pretty cool. This is a 45 ACP, by the way. They both have the thumb extension on. I'm going to go ahead and set that one off of there. And as you can see, unloaded. So we'll just go ahead and insert that in and give you an idea of how that bad boy is going to fit in your hand. Very comfortable feeling. Grip on there, very natural pointing grip. It does have the 1911 grip angle. So if you're familiar with the 1911 grip angle, you're going to be very comfortable with this. And it is a absolutely natural pointing pistol with the grip angle on there. The back strap that I had showed you earlier, if you pop out this pin right here, this back strap here will slide off. I believe this is the large variant of the back strap. So we will go ahead and, leave that the way it is because I have not huge hands, but my hands are big enough that the large is comfortable for me. I may try the medium and just see how it does. Also, with that being said, we'll just go over that real quick. I showed you that little tool that was included in there. It's going to be very hard for me to show you on camera, but if you bring the light down in there, you can see that little button right there inside the mag well. That's the only way I can figure to show you. You can actually spin that and kind of lock out the pistol. I don't like that. I don't like that in any gun, but I do like the fact that, you're never going to use that. I mean, I don't see why you would use that, but it is there if you want to use it. It's never, ever failed in an HK pistol, and so that's that. So a little bit about the history. If you didn't know, and for all the people that are Glock fanboys and whatnot, or Glock owners, HK actually made the first polymer frame pistol. I can't remember the name of it. It was a 70 something. Wasn't real successful, and then Glock kind of perfected it from that point. But HK did come up with the original polymer pistol. And nowadays, truthfully, they do make a superior product over a Glock. They are expensive, and they do carry the price tag of that. When this pistol came out, it was nothing to be over, $1,000 purchase price, $1,100. I happened to get this one through budsgunshop.com, and got a really good deal on it. I'm a Team Buds member, so I paid $600 for this out the door, and plus the $25 transfer fee. So total and everything, it was like $670. Great deal on it. So let me just tell you a little bit about this firearm real quick, and give you the specifications of it, and then we'll talk about it just a little bit. So one of the things about HK is everything is top quality components. The barrel in this is a cold hammer forged barrel made out of Cannon steel, and it's polygonal rifling barrel. That being said, what that does, obviously you can't shoot hard cast lead out of it. It's the same thing as a Glock. But what that does is create a tighter seal around the 45 ammo, or any ammo of a polygonal barrel, and it allows the gases to remain behind the ammunition, and thus for giving you a little more velocity and a little more foot-pound of energy out of your round. Now, if you're doing lead cast and that, then obviously you want to change that out for your standard rifling. However, I do prefer polygonal rifled pistols generally. So it has that, and it is Cannon steel, so it's a very high quality steel, and it's never going to give you an issue. It's also a reinforced polymer frame, so never going to have any issues with that. If you took this down, there's no flex to this polymer frame. You're not going to have any issues with that. Same thing with the Glock, but I'm going to go over some of the differences with that. So with that being said, as I said, it is a 45 caliber ACP pistol. The overall length of the pistol, let me just get this box out of the way here for a minute, just so you can kind of see the actual pistol better, hopefully. Get a little light on it there. So the actual overall length of this pistol, and I'll go ahead and zoom in just a little bit for you right now, just so you can kind of get an idea what we're looking at. So the overall length of this pistol is 7.24 inches. The overall height is 5.51 inches. The overall width of the firearm, including the levers, is 1.51 inches. So it is a wide gun by any means. Barrel length is 3.94 inches. So now the weight of this with the magazine empty is 28.48 ounces. And each magazine weighs 0.20 of a pound. These come with two 8-round magazines. However, you do have a 10-round magazine option if you would like. You can get the 10-round magazine for this pistol and shoot it. So this is 8 plus 1. So you have 9 rounds of 45 ACP. This can hold, or 11 rounds of 45 ACP. So you do have that. So that's that on these the specs. The sights, as you can see, are your square post sights. Now these are not night sights. They are, however, luminescent sights, meaning that if you put them up into the light like so and bring them back, let's focus you sucker, and bring them back, they do glow for a short period of time in order to be able to see in the dark. That being said, I am a night sights guy. I think every home defense carry gun should have night sights on it. So those will be here tomorrow for this pistol. And those were bought directly through HK. Right, so now we have that going. So let's talk about some of the features and functions and just some of the things about the gun and the trigger system and all that good stuff. And then we'll get this video going. Unfortunately, due to weather, we won't be doing the shooting portion today. I'm going to separate that. But needless to say, this will be a good full review on the unboxing of this pistol. And this will probably be my carry pistol. But we'll get into that momentarily. So as I said, you have the 8+1 mag, 911 grip angle on there, so very nice and comfortable. This is the large back strap on there. If you pop out that pin, you can get a slightly less wide of a grip if it's uncomfortable for you or you need more of a purchase on the pistol. You're able to do that with the removable back strap. So there's that. Like I said, pinky extensions on that. One of the unique features of an HK pistol that I really like and prefer, and I wish all manufacturers would do it, is the magazine release right here, as you can see. Generally, you know, you have them right there into the grip of the gun and you push down there with your thumb. Well, with this, you have, and it is ambidextrous, you have it on both sides with the mag release, and the slide lock is ambidextrous as well. Just so you know, right there and right there, ambidextrous slide lock and ambidextrous mag release. What I really like about this is generally you're shooting your rounds and you reach over and push your button, yada yada. I like this because I prefer the fact that I can take my trigger finger and just slide it right down and fire off that mag right there. I love that design. I wish everybody did it. And if you can't see, I will demonstrate it right here. Just takes this and spits out the magazine by pushing this little lip downward. And I'm trying to get it in the light better so you can see. Just pushes down and that releases the mag. Obviously slide lock, ambidextrous too, so you can easily get back there and get that with your thumb. It's easy to reach with the length of it. So another nice feature, if you're left-handed, you do have, you know, those ambi controls, which is nice. You have the Picatinny rail on here, so you can put lights, lasers, combo units, whatever you like on your firearm, which is a nice feature. This finish on this gun is what they call nitro carburized. Basically, it's a super hard finish. It stands up to salt spray in harsh environments very well. It is actually like they call it like the HE coating, hostile environment. And the reason it was done that is obviously HK has a lot of military contracts and military history, and a lot of the designers of this pistol were former military and avid shooters and such of that nature. So a lot of thought went into designing this gun. So you have that. One of the other nice features about the HK pistols is they have a buffer system on the recoil spring. Now, due to YouTube guidelines, I'm not going to show that in this video. But basically, just like any other guide rod right here, and recoil spring assembly that sits right there under your barrel, same thing, but there's like a rubberish bushing on there, and it absorbs, they say, 30% of the recoil, more so than the standard gun. Also increases the longevity of the service life of the pistol prior to parts replacement, barrel, yada yada. And they rate this for 20,000 rounds. If you take care of it, I have no doubt you could shoot 50,000 rounds through this before you'd ever need to do anything. I'd say 20,000 rounds would be a pretty rough life for this gun for it to fail. Just being realistic. So you do have the buffer system in there, which is really nice. Also, what I really like about this, like I said, they come in a double action only, a double single action, and they also come with the limb trigger system pre-installed, which is what this is. This is not a striker fired pistol. You can see there is a external hammer right there. Part of the limb system is there's actually two hammers in here. This hammer that you can see visibly and an internal hammer that is actually cocked. So similar to when you would, for example, say a double action where you're pulling the trigger like so, and you have that real heavy, 11, 12 pound trigger pull, and then the pistol would fire, the round would go off, a slide would rack like so, and your hammer would come back. Then at that point, you would reset, and at any point after that, you would have a single action only trigger where there's your wall, break, reset, and break with 3.5 pounds of trigger pull, and that's how it would fire. And also you would have what they call a safety decocking lever right there. So if you opt for one of the single action, double action models or double action only, it would have that lever there where when you flip up is safe and flipping down would decock the hammer. And decocking the hammer is basically where your hammer is sitting out like that. You would put your lever down right there, and it would bring the hammer in and decock the hammer. That way it would not fire, putting you back into a double action trigger or a heavy trigger pull. That being said, one of the beautiful things about the limb is the way it is designed and what it is designed to do. Rather than having that like you would with a round in a chamber or a striker or a striker fired pistol, you would cock it back like so, stick it in your holster and go. Well, as you can see, it's cocked back and the hammer is still in. But one of the nice things is now I have that really light trigger pull all the time. So there's an internal hammer. As you can see, my hammer is just moving right there, the external hammer. There's also that internal hammer I was telling you about, and that actually is under the spring tension and loaded and ready to hit the firing pin when needed. So the design of this was to give police, LIM stands for law enforcement modification, a longer trigger pull like the double action trigger pull, but still that light trigger pull like a striker fired pistol. And it is very light and it breaks very clean. Something to get used to when you're accustomed to striker fired pistols and whatnot. Something to get used to, but not a problem. So what this does is now you got this in your holster, you pull it out, you still have that long draw or long take up, to get there, but once you hit that wall, you're there and you've got 3.5 to 4 pounds of pressure to fire this pistol. So if you needed to and you fire it, even though you have that long take up, very light pull, boom, then it would cycle and you'd be ready to fire the next round. Now, one of the nice things about this is you don't have to have that other decocking lever, safety lever there, because if you want to decock it, okay, you reset, right? If you don't want to fire again, just let off the trigger. Decocks itself, and you can reholster. Put it in your holster, you're good to go. Nothing else needs to happen. Reholster your weapon, and it still has that internal hammer that's under pressure. So in the event that you thought you were out of a situation, you reholstered it, you pulled it out, and had to get back on target and use the trigger again, you would have no issue. Just take it out, pull it back, straight back, light trigger pull, bam, fire. And every trigger pull is like that with the limb. So calling it a double action only would kind of be a misnomer. That's actually not what it is. It is very specific. Double action only does function slightly different and still would have the decocker and safety lever. Your extractor also serves as kind of a chamber loaded indicator, if you will. You also do have front and rear slide cuts for easy racking, and they're nice to get a hold of. And this is brand new, so it's still got a lot of the factory oil on it. It's still easy to grip. And that is about it with the HK45C. And for those of you who would be curious just for a size comparison, I carry a Glock 33 every day. This is my EDC, and I will give you the size comparison on that. So it is, you definitely have got more grip space in there to cover up. So just keep that in mind if you're carrying concealed. And it is slightly longer, but not terribly too much longer. So you have that. Now, that being said, guys, I hope that you got to enjoy this video and see something that is a little different and that a lot of people, don't talk about anymore because everyone's into this striker fired pistol thing. And I am not opposed to a striker fired pistol. I think they are great pistols. And it's just sometimes I like to have something that's back from the days of how guns were meant. But anyways, guys, if you like the video, do me a favor and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please share the video, put your comments down below, and let me know what you think. And until the next time, guys, we will see you soon. I've got something else on order to be unboxing, and as soon as the weather allows for it, we'll go ahead and do a shooting test with this, and obviously that will be videoed, and I'll let you know it up there. So until the next time, guys, thank you for being the best part of the channel. I love each and every one of you, and we will see you soon. Happy 4th of July if I don't talk to you before then. Stay safe, stay armed, and most of all, keep buying guns. Love y'all.